What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's here, watchOS 27, just finished installing on our Ultra 3. And before we even jump into it, you see a new splash screen here. However, we need to talk about Apple killing about 4 years of devices in order to see which ones are capable for iOS 27. And it literally starts with the Series 10. That is going to aggravate a lot of people. I thought it had to be a mistake. However, it is not. This version here is simply not capable of being used on even a Series 9. Very disappointing. The original Apple Watch Ultra 2 is also not part of it. And I should say the original Apple Watch Ultra, the Ultra 2 is capable in Ultra 3, but it is amazing that they cut so many generations here. A little bit disappointing. Now, as you can see, once you go through the landing page, you have the onboard screen and you can say take a tour if you want, and it will give you the options of how to navigate just like you typically always have been able to do, and all of those features. So press the side button to open the control center. There we go. You can see the control center here. Press the side button to close the control center. It's giving haptic feedback while I'm going through this. Turn the digital crown to see your widgets. But unfortunately, it's showing you nothing because the widgets still haven't loaded yet. The watch is actually a little warm from the update, and my compilations aren't even showing up yet. This isn't new or unique necessarily to this exact update for a beta, but give it some time, it will populate. Still kind of strange, it still isn't doing so at the beginning of the update, but needless to say, not here nor there. Before we actually jump into the watch a little further, let's go into the watch app. You can see watchOS 27 developer betas here. And if we go into About, you can see watchOS 27 has a build number of 24R5289N. The N signifies we obviously have a little ways to go before we get to the beginning of the alphabet. Unsurprising, since this is not going to be going public until September, with the first public beta slated for iOS and all that in July, probably around beta 3. Having said that, you can see right here a couple of new things. Some are a little surprising because I actually do have the new Siri, as you can see here by pulling down or by holding on to the power button a little bit. We have it active, it's here, but it does not show the new Siri icon. Kind of surprising. Siri is one of the big changes that should be here in this beta. It could be because it's still indexing and getting everything caught up, but you can see even the app icons for workout and maps aren't populating. Same with, like we said, those compilations, which now have finally popped up, but there's definitely a delay in beta 1 for watchOS 27. We'll go through some of the settings here in a second, but right off the bat, don't be too excited. There are no new watch faces here. We still have Pride and Luminescence as the last major one, and then Waypoint, Flow, and Exactograph from before that. So back into the Apple Watch settings, you obviously do have your notifications, as we've typically have had. You can tap to show full notifications if you want. I'll go ahead and turn that on. Again, nothing new there. Smart Stack has no new options, just live activities and widget suggestions that we've had since, before iOS 26. Control Center, you will be able to control center and change everything from the watch itself. App View, you still have your simple 2 views for grid and list. And then your action button to start whatever you'd like that to trigger. Nothing new yet again, as I said, here or there. We'll go back to general in a second. Let's go to gestures because this is something I've been very vocal about, hoping they added more onto. But again, unfortunately, as you can see, we still don't have any tap gestures. The latest update was for Apple Vision Pro to ignore taps if your watch is on and it knows you're watching the Apple Vision Pro. Still a very underutilized feature, which is very disappointing. And then as you can see here as well, nothing else has changed. This app still looks the same in iOS 27. Everything is basically exactly the same how it was. The biggest change and addition should be that new Siri, which, well, as we're aware, is still not even showing up here. So if I raise the watch up and say, Siri, hey Siri, you can see it triggered, but it's still showing us the old icon. It did trigger on the phone showing the new one, but I'm not sure why in watchOS 27 it is still not live. Hopefully here in the near future we'll get that. Jumping around the OS, you can see that was kind of strange. We have a new kind of pull above the app icons for possibly most popular is what I'm assuming here. I've never noticed that before. And then jumping around, let's just go into weather. And you can see it did load up pretty quickly and smoothly. Everything else is showing as you would imagine. Let's go into photos here. And it is showing favorite photos. You can turn into watch faces, Apple Music. It is definitely running a little quicker, I would say, and is definitely working as you would expect. App Store, that looks like it's taking an extra second to load. We get that spinning wheel finally, and definitely slow in this regard. Give it another second and then we'll back out. There we go. But you can see the app icons it's trying to advertise aren't loading yet. Again, I'm going to chuck this up to just being installed and not yet being fully indexed. If we go into the Activities app, you can see our rings, swipe as usual. Nothing crazy here. And if you were just glancing at this watch, you would think nothing is different. This is still watchOS 26. I'm hoping here in the next few hours or so, or by beta 2, Siri will be updated here and we will be able to actually deep dive a little more into those changes since Apple has confirmed themselves the new Siri is present here and capable of being ran on the Apple Watch with the capable and models that you can use. I do like this because this is kind of Apple Intelligence built into Siri, which will be able to give you those details we weren't able to get prior, more contextual, more aware, and more personalized. But as you can see here, definitely not getting any of that, which is still a little disappointed. I'm curious to see when that Siri will update accordingly. As far as the beta schedule goes, this one is always a little harder to guess simply because it's the first one on a brand new OS. However, I'm going to take an assumption here and say we will still see a 2-week gap before beta 2, and we will not get beta 2 until until June 22nd in our typical 2-week window. And then we'll get the third one on July 6th, followed shortly by the public betas for iOS and all of that. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Apple really didn't highlight specific softwares here. It talked all about AI across platforms, so it will be very interesting to see how and what changes are really found in watchOS over the course of the next few months, because this obviously isn't going public until September, most likely the middle of September if I was to guess. But aside from that, Beta 1, a little bit of a letdown for watchOS. iOS has a little bit of a better look. At least we have the new Siri now once you get off the wait list, and it does seem to work as you would anticipate. Battery life, I will say, has taken a shot while everything finishes re-indexing here, since that is not 100% there yet. But yeah, aside from that, a little bit of a letdown. We'll have to see how it behaves in the coming days. We'll do a 48-hour follow-up. Make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe to the channel to get all of that. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.